have Cronos going crazy right now. So just to mention, inside of the last video, we're talking about our downside versus our upside potential here with Cronos. As you can see, the upside potential far weighed out the downside. Our downside potential was 20%. Our upside potential here for this trade was 100%. Anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Let's go over this. So if you watch my previous video, you can see where I had mentioned here that we kept pulling back, right? We just kept coming back out and pulling back. But as you can see here, we finally broke past this level at 11 cents, after trying to get past there since the beginning of the year. And then we finally got past 11 cents, right? And then no more pulling all the way back down. So in my previous video, I mentioned how we were at this support here at 13 cents. And if we were going to pull back, I mentioned it'd only be down to about 11 cents because that's major support. It's a major support zone because it was also a major resistance zone for us. So it shows a lot of volume happens at that level. So I was like, look, if we pull back to 11 cents, we're probably going to recover very quickly from that. And you would only suffer a 20% drop. And that's this drop right here. So if you look right here, I'm going to move it over for you guys just so then you can see it. So it's not inside of the other percentage box. This right here would have been a 20% drop. Pretty much from the time I made that video, I was like, hey, if it drops at this current moment down to 11 cents, we're losing 20% if it goes from 14 cents to 11 cents. So we ended up not doing that. We ended up taking off. I was like, and I was also like, hey, if we break out on the upside, then it's probably going to be a lot more. And we could, just kind of look at it from this perspective, all the way from 11 cents all the way up here to about 22 cents. We had 100% breakout pretty much. And that's kind of what we're looking at right now, is that breakout. So as Cronos continues to go up, it will be at that 100% area for anyone who took that trade. And right now we are seeing we're coming closer to this 22-cent resistance. So definitely prepare for that. Obviously, we're overbought on Cronos, as you can see, because that was a huge buy, but we're not over exhausted. This is the trend, the percent R trend exhaustion. As you can see, the uptrend, the bullish trend is not over exhausted right now. So that's actually pretty good. And surprisingly, like MACD still looks like it has some room to the upside. You can see that we could probably see a lot more of these green candlesticks flowing up too. So we're probably going to end up seeing Cronos getting up to about 26 cents very soon. And that is that Fibonacci retracement up there. So that's the next level that we really need to be eyeing here inside of Cronos. We're probably going to end up hitting that level pretty soon, actually. And then after that, we have the 32-cent resistance. And then we have this 38 resistance right before we hit 40 cents. So overall, we're inside of a good space here inside Cronos. So I'll kind of go over why we're pumping and why all this happened here. So as you can see, we're up 27.8% in the last 24 hours, 44% in the last 7 days, 21% 14 days, 46% 30 days, 136% last year. But in the last 24 hours, as you can see, there's this huge jump right here, right at this point right here. And you can see they actually just released this 4 hours ago. So all of this just happened 4 hours ago. So they said our 2025 to 2026 roadmap is now live. The golden age of on-chain dominance full roadmap. They have it ahead here. You can look at their whole blog if you want, but they kind of break it down here for you. So they say our vision is clearer than ever. We're trying to turn global finance into open programmable rails that anyone can use, from newbies, DeFi design, DeFi degens, creators, builders, institutions, and AI agents alike. So they want everybody in crypto to use it. If you're new, they want your grandma in there. They want your cousin in there that codes and makes programs. They want everybody in there. All right. So the foundation is battle tested and performance leveled up. So they said with 0.5 seconds blocks and 10 times lower gas cost already in place, which Cronos is pretty efficient, we are activating 3 strategic growth engineers or engines. So 1, the ship compliant AI accessible primitives for tokenization. 2, meet users where they are via crypto.com. 150 million plus distribution. So they're gonna really up the use of crypto.com a lot more. and deep USD rails on-chain payments at scale, and then unlock Crow for number 3, unlock Crow demand with ETFs. This is what really made things take off. Unlock Crow demand with ETFs/ETPs and digital asset treasuries for institutional grade liquidity. That is what made it take off, because people are looking at it and they're like, that is super bullish. The fact that they're literally pushing for ETFs and having Crow in the ETFs for the institutional backing. So this is actually huge. This is pretty much why it took off. The other reasons were pretty cool too. Over here, outcome, the 24/7 markets with instant settlement, composability, and scalability and real utility. It's Cronos that will power the tokenized asset boom and be the trusted bridge between mainstream traditional finance and crypto for institutions, builders, and users. So a lot of projects are actually trying to take this route of being the middleman between banks and institutions in crypto, right? Between banks and crypto, institutional investors in crypto, they're trying to be the middleman. And Cronos looks like they're also taking that route as well. So yeah, so this is pretty big. Shout out to the Crow fam here. So this is like huge. So this is gonna only continue to grow, and grow some more. So, you know, shout out to the Crow fam. Like, we got Crow South here. Shout out to the Crow fam, because, you know, we're really doing big numbers here. So yeah, Crow's only going to continue to grow. You can come here and look at the roadmap if you want, and they will break it down for you and do it in a way more concise way than I can. So go over here and look at the full thing, and they'll have the whole thing, packaged up for you. But anyways, Crow's doing pretty good. Let's get back over here to the charts, just so we can kind of break down what we got coming up next. So going to a shorter term time frame. All right, going to a shorter term time frame, we are now looking at the 30-minute chart. So what do we have to look for right now inside of the near future, which is short term for Cronos? So the first thing that we have here is our trend percent, our percent R. I always say trend first. Percent R trend exhaustion. You can see over here. I like using this a lot more than the RSI now. I still use the RSI sometimes, but I really like this because it really breaks down the trend to a T. So right now we are currently at the uptrend, obviously, right? But the blue line down here, this indicates long-term trends, right? The blue line. So when the blue line is up here at the top, the long-term trend is bullish. When the blue line is at the bottom, the long trend, and this is like an oversimplified version of it. And when the blue line here is at the bottom, the long trend is bearish, right? And then, vice versa, when you got the white line, see the white line over here at the top, then that's just short term, right? Now the short term is bullish when the white line is at the top. White line is at the bottom, short term is bearish. So right now what we're seeing is both of them are at the top for the 30-minute chart. The MACD is curving down, selling off slightly, just a little bit, but it still has some more juice left to go before it switches to the selling pressure, right? And this is on the 30-minute chart. So we can take it down to the 15-minute now. Kind of see that the MACD has already started to sell off a little bit more selling pressure for the MACD on this 15-minute chart could happen, and then another pump could probably be following it right after that. So we could be seeing that as well. And then if you come over here now to the 1-hour chart, we can see that the MACD is just getting started. It's just getting started. We're probably going to end up seeing, like I said, up to 26 cents very, very soon here, because the MACD, again, is really just getting started. And you're going to also see on the percent R trend exhaustion here indicator, this is actually not necessarily just getting started, but it has more time left. If you look at the previous one on the 1-hour chart, like this one, it was up for a while, and then it still, even though it pulled back, stayed sideways and then continued to pump. So we could see something like that again, to where you see it going sideways and just, the long term it's just staying bullish, and then just take off again, right? Because you can see again the blue line for the percent R trend exhaustion indicates the long-term trend. So if we see the blue line staying up here at the top, that means we're still long-term bullish. And that's why when you see the blue line still up here and it didn't drop below the white line, but the white line dropped. Well, yes, the short term became bearish, but the long term was still bullish. That's why we are continuing to break out here. And this is why I like the percent R trend exhaustion indicator. Definitely check it out. It's free. You can come and get it on it's on TradingView. So you just come on TradingView, it's here, it's free. Percent R trend exhaustion, up, slide down. Very, very, very good. A lot of people recommend it, and I would definitely recommend it too. It's pretty nice. Now, you can't go only off of indicators though. You also have to, do things manually. But with that said though, you can still see the trend is still on the upside here. So the trend is still bullish long term on the upside. So you can see we are still good. So what we're looking at now, we can come over here to the 4-hour chart, and we can let's go over here to the 4-hour chart real quick. Okay, now that we are on the 4-hour chart, you can still see the MACD is literally just getting started. Like, this is like one of the best looking MACDs that you can look at. It has two green candlesticks, two large green candlesticks. Usually when this happens, we could probably get 3 to 4 more of these green candlesticks for the MACD, and that's going to be, give or take, getting us to 26 cents to 30 cents. So yeah, I would say we're going to do 30 cents pretty soon here inside of Cronos. Now, I want to kind of show where the people that got in when I made that video are looking at, right? When it goes up here to 30 cents, let's say 32 cents, because that's where it really is, that's 200%. So, I'm just going to give myself a pat on the shoulder. I called it. I was like, hey, we're about to take off. The whole crypto market is going to take off. Like, altcoins are about to go crazy. I was like, hey, look, Cronos has been beat down literally for the longest time. It is time for Cronos to break out, and a lot of other projects just like that are going to break out. So a lot of these projects, again, I've been saying this the whole time, a lot of these projects that have been down in the bull market are going to be taking off now. So you do want to get ready for them. Cronos is just one of them. But yeah, this is all I got for you all today. Definitely hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys want me to go over next. As always, I'll be back with another video.